Welcome to this brief guide on how to perform a two-way lookup in Google Sheets. Do you ever feel like you're drowning in a sea of cells? You know the feeling. You're hunting for one specific number, and the limitations of functions like VLOOKUP are holding you back. It can only look one way, and you have to manually update it if you change your table's layout. It's frustrating, and manually finding data is just not an option when you need to be fast and accurate. So today, we're going to leave these old struggles behind. I'm going to show you the modern, powerful, and flexible way to pull data from any table in Google Sheets using a combination of INDEX and XMATCH. And the best part is that this technique that we're learning today works almost identically in modern versions of Microsoft Excel. So you're really learning a universal data skill. So let's dive in. First, let's get perfectly clear on our mission. On the screen here, I have our humorous sales report. Down column A, we have our list of product names. And across row 1, we have our bi-monthly sales periods. A two-way lookup is when we need to find a single value at the intersection of a specific row and a specific column. Let's say we need to answer the question, what were the sales for the emergency mute button during the July-August 2025 period? To get the answer, the formula needs to perform two searches. First, it needs to scan down column A to find the correct row for our product. Second, it needs to scan across row 1 to find the correct column for our time period. The value we want is in the cell where that row and column meet. Our job here is to build a single, elegant formula that does all of this work for us. Now, the core of our solution is the index function. You can think of index as a librarian for your data. It can't find the book for you, but if you give it the exact shelf number and book position, it will retrieve it instantly. So let's try it. I'll click into an empty cell here and type equals index and an open bracket. The first part, reference, is our entire block of data where our potential answers live. So I'll click and drag over our sales figures from B2 all the way down to G13. After a comma, we need the row. Let's look for our 7th product, the emergency mute button. So I'll just type the number 7. Then another comma, and then finally the column. Let's aim for that July-August 2025 data, which is the 4th column in our selected range. So I'll type the number 4. Now I'll simply close the bracket and press enter. And just like that, Sheets returns the correct value. But the problem here is that this is static. We had to know the row number was 7 and that the column number was 4. What we need is a way to find those numbers automatically, and that's where XMATCH shines. So let's bring in the brains of the operation, XMATCH. The job of XMATCH is to find the position of an item within a list. So let's use it to find the row number for our emergency mute button. I'll type in equals XMATCH and an open bracket. The first argument is search key. That's what we're looking for. I'll type emergency mute button in double quotes. Next, a comma. The lookup range is where Sheets should search. I'll select our list of product names from A2 down to A13. We can now just close the bracket as the default exact match is what we need. Press enter, and there you have it, the number 7. XMATCH has told us that our product is in the 7th position in that list. And the best part here is that this is a dynamic row number that we can feed directly into our index function. Now we'll do the exact same thing to find our column number. The logic here is identical. We're just applying it now to a horizontal range instead of a vertical one. So let's find the position of July-August 2025. In a new cell, I'll type equals XMATCH and an open bracket, and our search key is July-August 2025. Add in a comma. Our lookup range is the row of period headers, from B1 across to G1. Close the bracket and press enter. And there you go, we get the number 4. We now have our dynamic row number and our dynamic column number. We're ready to put it all together. So now it's time for the main event. We're going to combine these functions into one powerful formula. So here we go. Equals, index, and an open bracket. First, the reference, our block of sales data from B2 to G13. Type in a comma, and now for the row, instead of a number, we'll write our first XMatch formula. So XMatch, emergency mute button, A2 to A13. After the XMatch's closing brackets, I'll type another comma to move to the column argument. And here, we're going to nest our second XMatch formula. So XMatch, July-August 2025, B1 to G1. Now we just need to add a final closing bracket for the index function. And let's press enter, and boom, the correct value appears, found completely automatically. This is amazing, but we can make it fully interactive. The best way to use a formula like this is to reference input cells. As you can see, I've already set up 2 cells here with drop-down menus for our product and periods. To do this yourself, just right-click on a cell, go to Data Validation, and select the option for a drop-down from a range. Now for our final tweak. Let's go back and edit our main formula. I'm going to delete the text emergency mute button, and instead, I'll just enter the cell with my product dropdown. Then I'll do the same thing for the period by deleting July-August 2025 and entering the period dropdown cell. I'll press enter, and now watch the magic. If I use the dropdown to change the product, the result updates instantly. If I pick a different period, again, the correct value appears immediately. We now have a fully interactive dashboard component that anyone can use. And so there you have it. We've learned how Index can retrieve data from a grid, how XMatch can find the exact row and column numbers that we need, and how nesting them all together creates the ultimate two-way lookup. Now don't forget, this powerful combo is not just for Google Sheets. It's your key to advanced lookups in modern Excel too. I really encourage you to get hands-on and try this with your own data. The more you practice building it, the more it will become a go-to tool in your arsenal. Happy matching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, be sure to check out the channel. And if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.